আমি তো কঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি দৈতবা পাছে পাছে আমি তো কঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি দৈতবা পাছে পাছে ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুরা দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করে ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুরা দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করে হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাস করুণা করে ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাস করুণা। युग धर्म श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। सामवेद गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमा ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरस्वे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So today we are observing the appearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is one of the Acharyas in the Parampara, the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So appearance day, we call it as appearance day. Just like Lord appears in this world, so similarly Lord sends his pure devotees in this world on a mission. So they are not ordinary human beings, they are empowered representatives of the Lord. So they are sent by Lord to actually assist the Lord in his mission. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is Kamala Manjari in the spiritual world. So just like we have Radharani, who is the most exalted devotee of Lord Krishna. Under her there are the Sakis or the Gopis who are assisting. The most important are the 8. And under the Gopis there are Manjaris who are very young in age but assisting the Gopis in service to Krishna and Radharani. So in one class, His Grace Gaurang Prabhu was telling that the particular Manjaris who have descended in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, so they are very special because they have very selfless. Some of the Manjaris, they want to have association of Krishna, but some of the Manjaris are so special that they are satisfied in serving Radha Krishna, and then they never want, means they never hanker for Krishna to directly associate with him. Means even if Krishna doesn't associate with them, still they are satisfied. They're just happy to see Krishna being served by others. So they indirectly serve the Lord. So it is much more selfless rather than directly serving. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he appeared in this world in a very opulent family on 2nd September 1838 in Biranagara, Ulagram in the district of Nadia. Can you off this fan? Yeah. So he was named as Kedarnath Dutt by his father, and he is the 7th son of Raja Krishnanand, who is a great devotee of Lord Nityanand. And also he is a great grandson of Madan Mohan, who is the 3rd son of Ananda Chandra. So his mother's side, they are not devotees. So they didn't respect Vaishnavism. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is also known as Daitya Kulera Prahlad. Prahlad, who is born in the family of demons. Because his mother's side, they didn't respect Vaishnavism. So from childhood, Bhaktivinoda Thakur faced lot of difficulties. So when he was 11 years old, here Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. So he is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So when he was 11 years old, his father passed away, and most of the land which they had, it was with his grandmother, but most of the land was taken away by some other owners. So, but still, although they were very rich initially, but because his father passed away, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was in great difficulties and they had to face lot of poverty that time. So for Bhaktivinoda Thakur, actually to get Chaitanya Charitamrita was very, very difficult. So after studying various philosophies, then he understood that the only real religion that had ever been established in Bengal was of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he understood that currently, means in those days, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left this world, went back to the spiritual world, he understood that the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya was misrepresented by many Apasampradayas. Means in the name of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, they were spreading wrong philosophy. So there were many Sahajiyas, so who had deviant philosophies. So some of them were named as Aula, Bola, Kartabaja, Neda, Daravesh, Saki Beki. So basically, they were wearing the dress of Vaishnavas, but they were actually not behaving properly. So, so for long time, Kedarnath Dutt was searching for Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavatam. So when he was transferred to Dinajapur in West Bengal in 1868, so when he became deputy magistrate there, so that is the first time he received a proper Shrimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita from Calcutta. So he repeatedly read Chaitanya Charitamrita and his faith in Krishna consciousness increased after reading it again and again. So he understood that Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he wrote a song about Lord Chaitanya named Sachidananda Premalankar. And he started speaking on Chaitanya Charitamrita. So when he was transferred to Champarana, so there he found that people were worshipping a ghost in a banyan tree. So, and that ghost had the power to influence the mind of the local judge to decide in favor of the worshipper. Means whichever person used to worship that ghost would influence the judge to favor them. So when Kedarnath Dutt came to know about this, so he came to the father of Pandit Ramabai. So this Ramabai was a very famous girl scholar who read Srimad Bhagavatam. So he requested her to read Srimad Bhagavatam continuously under that tree. So for 1 month, this lady Ramabai, she read continuously for 1 month under that tree, which was having ghost haunted tree. So after 1 month, the tree crashed to the ground, and naturally after that many people understood that this Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Lord and how it could remove the ghost from there. So many people found faith in Srimad Bhagavatam after that. So as Bhagavatam also mentions, Krishna Swadhamo Pagate Dharma Jnanadivi Saha Kalo Nashtam Drishamesha Puranarko Adunodita. So Krishna left after Dwapar Yuga, he left towards the end of Dwapar Yuga back to spiritual world. So in Kali Yuga, he especially is appearing in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So whoever comes in contact with Srimad Bhagavatam, he is coming in contact with Krishna. So just like the tree was haunted by ghost, we are also haunted by ghost of Maya. Because we are in the bodily conception of life. Actually, we are all spirit souls, part and parcel of Krishna. So we are meant to serve Krishna. But foolish living entities, they identify themselves with various false designations. Right? I am engineer, I am this, I am that. But these are all false, temporary, illusory designations. We so much identify because suppose uh, somebody is engineer or doctor or whatever, but that is only for some time. But his actual designation is his soul, part and parcel of Krishna. This is our eternal designation. But we forget that and we think that we identify so much with this temporary designations. So Bhagavatam actually says that how even the conditioned living entity is like ghost haunted, because he is thinking, he is behaving in a wrong way. Ghost haunted person also behaves wrongly, right? As per the direction of the ghost, right? Similarly, conditioned living entity is also under the illusory energy of Maya. He is also acting as per that, behaving in wrong ways. So then even this illusory energy of Maya can be removed only by coming in contact with Krishna. As I said, Krishna is Swadama Upagate. So Bhagavatam is compared like with sun. So when sun comes in contact with darkness, darkness is removed, right? So in our heart there is ignorance. So very soon on Sunday we have Bhadra Purnima. So that is considered the day, the appearance of Shrimad Bhagavatam. So those who don't have Bhagavatam, they can purchase Bhagavatam. They can come in contact with Krishna. Many people want to experience God or want to experience Krishna in their lives, right? So if anybody wants to experience God in their lives, they have to open Shrimad Bhagavatam and study. Because when you study Bhagavatam, then you can actually experience, or when you start not only reading but applying, then you can actually see transformation in your life. Then you will understand that how God is transforming or Krishna is transforming my life, right? So just like here Bhakti Vinod Thakur had that faith that by reading or studying Bhagavatam, definitely all the unwanted things will go away. So similarly, we should also have faith. Sometimes devotees also have anarthas or struggle with some impurities. So the problem could be nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. So when you regularly study Bhagavatam, all the abhadras, all the impurities, anarthas will go away. So that should be our faith. So we also know the famous pastime of Bishaksen, how he was considering himself as Mahavishnu and with his associates as Shiva and Brahma. He would call himself like that. And he would also tell the local kings that he should be worshipped as Vishnu. And he even made them, actually he was requesting them to build a temple for him. And he would call them himself as Triguna avatars, himself Brahma and Shiva. So the Britishers, when they came to know about his illicit activities, so they also wanted to remove him. But they were very afraid because this fellow had lot of powers. So from his head he would produce fire. He would put his head in fire like that. So he had lot of powers like that. So even the Britishers were very afraid to approach him. So then they approached Kedarnath Dutt. They requested him to put him in jail. So when Kedarnath Dutt went to him, he actually tells him, because of his powers he could understand that he came to arrest him. So he warned him that better you don't do that. So Kedarnath, that Bhaktivinoda Thakur requested him that you come to take darshan of Jagannath. Then this Bishak Sen said, I am only, actually that is only wood, Jagannath. I am the actual Jagannath. So then Kedarnath became very angry and he put him in jail. So there were 3 dozen Muslim constables and 72 policemen to guard that Bishak Sen because he was so very powerful. So for 18 days the trial went on, and thousands of people who were his followers, they also came outside the jail. They wanted him to be released, but Kedarnath, he was not willing to release him. So just one day before the judgment, this Kedarnath's daughter was very, very ill with high fever. So, and Bishak Sen said that it is because of his powers such a thing happened. But Kedarnath, that he actually tells that better, no, we are ready to die also. Let us, he says, yes, let us die, but this rascal must be punished. So he was very determined. And on the day of judgment, Kedarnath Dutt himself was very sick, just like his daughter, but he was not willing to release him. So on the last day of trial, so he was sentenced to jail for 18 months. So when Dr. Walter of District Medical Officer, he cut his hair, the yogi's hair. So he somewhere heard that the yogis have power in their hair. So he cut all his hair, and because that person was not eating for 18 days, so he fell down unconscious. He lost all his power. So that way, after some time, he died also. So between 1874 to 1893, almost 20 years, Bhaktivinoda Thakur spent much of his time secluded in chanting the holy names and also writing books. Means he was working, but whatever time he got, he was most of the time chanting and writing few books. In Jagannath Puri, when he was there, he established a Vaishnava discussion society known as Bhagavat Samsat at Jagannath Vallabh Gardens, where Ramananda Rai did his bhajan. So one Raghunath Das Babaji, who was known as Siddha Purusha those times, he criticized Bhaktivinoda Thakur that he was not a proper Vaishnava. So after some time, this Raghunath Das Babaji got a serious disease, and Lord Jagannath appeared in his dream and said that until you ask forgiveness from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, you will have this illness. So later this Raghunath Das Babaji came and asked forgiveness. So then he recovered. So we can see that how if somebody offends a great Vaishnava, definitely he has to suffer. There was another Charan Das Babaji who preached and printed books. He would say that you can chant Hare Krishna on beats, but you have to chant Nitai Gaur Radhesham in Kirtan. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur preached for a long time to him. Finally, this Charan Das Babaji changed because of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's preaching. So, but then this Charan Babaji spread that mantra all over Bengal, and after 6 months he died becoming mad. So once Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he wrote or compiled this book called Shrimad Bhagavat Archa Marichi Mala. So he himself writes in the introduction about this book, why he wrote this book. He says, The way how I got inspiration to compile this book is a divine mystery, which I felt not proper from my part to disclose it. But subsequently, I realized that it would be an undoing on my spiritual master, which might stand as an obstacle on the path of my spiritual progress. Therefore, without any shame, I record the fact that while under the benediction of my Guru Sri Vipin Bihari Goswami, who belonged to the great heritage of Vamshivadan Thakur, when I was deeply penetrating upon Bhagavatam, one day in a vision, Srila Swarup Damodar, the right hand personal servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, instructed me to compile the shlokas of Shrimad Bhagavatam in accordance to the principles of Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojan. So basically he's saying that when he was studying Shrimad Bhagavatam, Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami appeared to him and he requested him to write this book in relation with Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojan. Shrimad Bhagavata Arka Marichi Mala. So because of that, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote this book. So means we can understand that how Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a very divine personality. So and also Swarup Damodar Goswami, he explained to him the first sloka of Shrimad Bhagavatam. So when Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was made the manager of Jagannath Puri temple in Orissa, so he made the worship of Jagannath proper. So in Jagannath Puri temple courtyard, he made a Bhakti Mandapa where daily discourses of Shrimad Bhagavatam were held. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam Bhagavata sevaya. So following in its footsteps, Prabhupada also made sure that in every Iskcon temple, every day there is Shrimad Bhagavatam class. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur would for long hours discuss Shrimad Bhagavatam and chanting the holy name, especially at Tota Gopinath Mandir and Haridas Thakur's Samadhi. So when he saw that this king of Puri in 1874, he found that this king at those times in 1874, he used around 80,000 rupees for his sense gratification. Which those days 80,000 means probably it would be in crores now. So, but all that money actually belonged to temple, Jagannath's temple. So he forced the king to offer Lord Jagannath Bhoga every day 52 times. So all the money of the king was spent for that. But the king was very unhappy. So what the king did, the king arranged 50 Pandits and he made one yagna called Maran Karmani Tantrik Yagna to kill Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Means you can understand 50 Pandits are chanting mantra to kill a person with all their force for 30 days, not one day also. So much he was angry upon Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And when the last day, the last oblations were poured in the Ahuti. So instead of Bhaktivinoda Thakur dying, the king's own son died. So just like our Durvas Muni wanted to kill Amrish Maharaj, but he himself was in trouble, right? So we can see that no material power of this world works upon a pure devotee like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, right? They are completely dependent on the Lord, and Lord protects them, right? So we can see from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's life how he always tried to establish proper religious principles wherever he went. Wherever he saw some irreligious things happening, he tried to set them properly. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur took initiation from Vipin Bihari Goswami, who is coming from the descendant of the Jahnava family of Bhagnapara. Okay. So once this Vipin Bihari Goswami, he was at a particular place. So both Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his son, they went to meet him. So as I said in the beginning, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is Kamala Manjari and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Nayana Manjari. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in the mood of a humble disciple, he goes and offers his humble obeisances to his spiritual master Vipin Bihari Goswami. So when he offered his obeisances, Vipin Bihari Goswami, he places his feet on the head of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, basically trying to bless him. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was only 7 years old that time, but he was very angry on seeing this. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur did not say anything. He just accepted it and went away. But Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, what he tells, he is saying that you are acting like a big guru and you are placing your feet on the head of those you do not know. If you knew who is this Thakura, you would not do it. He says, my father is a great exalted Nitya Siddha, eternal associate of Sri Radha and Krishna, who has come here to fulfill their mission. Do you think you are so advanced that you can place your feet on the head of such a person? I think you are not. You have proven yourself to be a Kanishta Adhikari by not able to distinguish between those who are advanced and those who are not less advanced. So he said, I suggest that you stop doing this in the future. So later, so we can see that sometimes devotees, here it is mentioned, sometimes devotees think that if a guru is not so advanced, one should not be submissive. But here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is Manjari from the spiritual world. And although Vipin Bihari Goswami is not as advanced as him, still he accepted him as a guru and still he was submissive. He was not telling that, oh see, you don't know who I am. No, you should be careful. No, he was not like that. Right? So, but another lesson is that how one should be careful not to disrespect others, not knowing their position. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he went to Vrindavan in 1866. So he stayed there for almost 3 months, and that is where he meets Srila Jagannath Das Babaji. So if you see in our Parampara photos, we have Prabhupada, then we have Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Jagannath Das Babaji. We don't have Vipin Bihari Goswami. He is a guru, right? But our parampara is Shiksha parampara. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur accepted Jagannath Das Babaji as his Shiksha Guru. He is eternally worshipable Shiksha Guru, instructing Guru. So although he took initiation from Vipin Bihari Goswami, he accepted Jagannath Das Babaji as his Shiksha Guru. So that's why in our parampara we place his photo like that. So while he was in Vrindavan, he had to deal with a gang of dacoits known as Kanjaharas, who were robbing and killing all the pilgrims there. So he gave various evidence to the government how they were wrong and make them all put in jail. So later when he came to Calcutta, he named he stayed in a house which he named it as Bhakti Bhavan, and he was worshipping uh, Sri Giridhari there. So that time when they were initially when they were excavating the construction for constructing of that house, when they were excavating earth, so that time they found a deity of Kurmadev when they were removing the earth. So that he gave to his son Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So at the age of 7 years. So from that time he started worshipping Kurmadev. So we all know the famous Bankim Chandra Chatterjee who wrote Vande Mataram, right? So he once wrote a book on Krishna, Lord Krishna. And he came to Bhakti Vinod Thakur to show, because he is a devotee of Krishna. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur saw that this Bankim Chandra Chatterjee didn't have any proper understanding of Krishna. So for 4 days, without eating any food, hardly eating any food, he explained to this Bankim Chandra Chatterjee who is Krishna and proper understanding of Krishna for 4 days. Then after that, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee again edited that book on Krishna and wrote the book properly. So it's a very significant contribution in the sense such people who are very famous, if they write some book like that with improper understandings, then people, masses will also wrongly understand. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that's why he spent 4 days with Bankim Chandra Chatterjee to change all his misconceptions, because he is a very important person. So we can see that acharyas, how when they see that somebody is very influential, who can influence lot of masses, so they may spend lot of time. Correct? Just like Lord Chaitanya spent lot of time with Srila Rupa and Sanatan Goswami, instructing them in the Vaishnava philosophy for 10 days or 1 month also. Only one person, right? Somebody may say, why he spoke so long for only one person. But Lord knew that these are the people who are going to establish the philosophy of our Sampradaya, writing books. So that's why he did like that. So later, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote many books, and in 1887 he wanted to quit the government service and fully focus on bhajan. So, but one night in Tarakeshwar, while he was in service of government, he had a dream in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, and he said that certainly you can go to Vrindavan to do your bhajan, but there is still some service left for you. So you must perform that service in Navadvip Dham before you go to Vrindavan. So Lord personally appeared to him in a dream and told Bhaktivinoda Thakur to go to Navadvip Dham. So then Bhaktivinoda Thakur applied a transfer to Krishnanagar. And we know the famous pastime that how when he wanted to take off from the government, the Britishers personally made a railway track from his home all the way to the court, because they didn't want to leave him. He was so influential. So sometimes people think that if we do devotional service, lot of time goes and we can't focus on our duties, occupational duties. But we can see Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was so nicely balancing his, means for him everything is devotional service, but his occupational duties, devotional service, he was nicely balancing. So, Krishna says, Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogantam enamam upayantiti. So, as a magistrate, it is mentioned that normally which other magistrates would take many days to solve, he would solve such cases within few minutes or few hours, very fastly, because he had clarity in his mind. So generally, when somebody is a non-devotee of Lord, his mind and senses are not controlled. So lot of time goes in bad habits. Mind is distracted. He can't focus on what is he doing. There is no clarity in his mind. But for a devotee of the Lord, his mind and senses are controlled. So he can very easily focus on what is he doing, and there is clarity in his mind. So even while performing his occupational duties, he can do very fastly, and also there will be a lot of clarity. So that sense, a devotee of the Lord can do even his occupational duties very fastly. And because he is not having any bad habits or bad association, so he will save a lot of time. So when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was in Krishnanagar, so he used to go to Navadip Dham to search the birth site of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one night he was sitting on the roof of Rani Dharmashala in Navadip, chanting on his japa beads. So there, when he was chanting, he spotted a very tall tala tree with some very strange substance attached to it. And near the tree there was a small building that gave off a remarkable effulgence. So he wanted to find out why such a thing is happening in that place. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur went to the collectorate of Krishnanagar and he tried to get old manuscripts of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat and Navadip Dham Parikrama by Narahari Sarkar. He got those books and he also got some old maps of Nadia. Then he also went to village of Vallaladebi, and there he spoke to many elderly people there and he found out the facts about Navadip Dham in the past. So in the year 1887, he discovered the place he had seen from the Dharmashala rooftop, that this is the birthplace of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we know that how he confirmed that this is the place, actual place, by bringing Srila Jagannath Das Babaji. I think that time he was more than 120 years old and he was being carried in a basket. And when he was brought there, Jagannath Das Babaji, even in that old age, he jumps high from that basket chanting names of Gauranga. Right? So then Bhaktivinoda Thakur understood that this is the actual birthplace of Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur made a big festival in that place, and then he published the Navadip Dham Mahatmya after that. So in 1887, he renovated the house of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji at Ravas Ghat, and he took 2 years off from his office, and he got one plot of land in Godruma Dweep, and he did his bhajan there which is known as Surabhi Kunj. Now when we go for Yatra also, we visit this Surabhi Kunj. We have that song also, Surabhi Kunj Tate, that one song is there. Na? So this is a place where Lord Nityananda started Nam-hatta preaching. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur considered himself a street sweeper of the Nam-hatta of Nityananda Prabhu. So that's why he took that place and he did this bhajana there. So when once Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's son was very, very deceased, he got some skin disease. So Srila Jagannath Das Babaji requested him to sleep in the birth site of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for one night. So the next morning, that whole disease went away of that son. So we are also deceased in the material world. We need Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's special mercy. So when so in this Surabhi Kunj, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they would meet and regularly have Krishna Katha and Bhajan there for long time. So on the Gaur Purnima day, they held a very big festival and installed the deities of Gaur Vishnu Priya deities at Yogapit, the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur to build a temple on that site. So he personally went door to door to collect funds for the temple. So in the Amrita Bazar Patrika, they wrote an article mentioning that Babu Kedarnath Dutt, the distinguished magistrate who had just retired from his service, who is one of the most active members, so he raised subscriptions in Calcutta and he was determined to go house to house begging a rupee from each Hindu gentleman for the noble purpose. If Kedarnath Dutt sticks to his resolution of going around with bag in hand, we hope that no Hindu gentleman whose house may be honored by the presence of such devout bhakta as Kedarnath will definitely contribute for this Gaur Vishnu Priya Temple Fund. So he personally collected money from so many people and he built the Yogapit temple. So later, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was in Godrundvip, he wrote a commentary on Sri Gauranga Leela Smarana Mangala Stotram. So he translated it into English as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's his life and precepts. So and Bhaktivinoda Thakur sent it to London from India. So this is the first book on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, authorized book which was sent from India to the Western countries. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, one of his friends was Shishira Kunar Ghosh, who is the founder of Amrita Bazar Patrika. So he had great respect for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So he would say that I have not seen the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, but I consider this Bhaktivinoda Thakur as the 7th Goswami. Because Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, just like the Goswamis were instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to establish temples, to write books, by their own behavior to establish Vaishnava behavior. So similarly, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur did the similar things, right? He excavated the holy places of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He wrote books and he established proper Vaishnava philosophy. Hmm. So we'll end this class with uh, the schedule of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which he would follow every day. Very inspiring schedule. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he would take rest around 8 p.m. in the night and he would get up at 10 p.m., not 10 a.m. Means only 2 hours rest. And then he would start writing with a oil lamp. From 10 to 4 a.m., 6 hours he would write books. Then 4 to 4:30 he would take rest, half an hour, 4 a.m. And then wash his hands, face, chant Hare Krishna mantra until 7 a.m. 7 o'clock he will start writing letters to correspondence. And 7:30 he would read spiritual books. And 8:30 he will receive guests at his home. Otherwise, if no guests, he will continue reading. 9:30 to 9:45 again rest 15 minutes. So until now, almost around 3 hours of rest. That's all. And 9:45 will take his bath, take half liter milk, couple of chapatis, fruits, and go to court as a magistrate. From 9:55 to 1 p.m. he would work in the court, and 2 o'clock means 1 to 2 again he will come back home, take bath, get refreshed. 2 to 5 he would go to office. 5 o'clock he would come back. So total he worked only for 6 hours. Then 5 he would start writing again books, translate books from Sanskrit to Bengal. After that he would take bath, take again couple of chapatis and milk and little rice. So this was his schedule. Hardly sleeping for 3 hours, right? And most of the time 6 hours he would work. So remaining whole time he would do his bhajan. And not only this, I forgot, it's not only that he was doing bhajan, he was the first one to start the Nam-hattas. Now it's very famous in Bengal. So those days only he established Nam-hatta preaching all over Bengal, and he made the whole framework how the Bhakti Vriksha preaching should happen. So based on his books, His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj also started the Nam-hatta preaching in Bengal. So we are very fortunate to have such an acharyas in our sampradaya who are the eternal associates of Lord. So we can pray to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur that maybe also strongly take shelter of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, and remove all the wrong conceptions in our own life and try to spread his mission. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samveta Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Bol.
తీసుకోవాలి తర్వాత బుక్. जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की, श्री श्री लता गौर सुंदर भगवान की, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्रील भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की. ಸಂಸಾರದ ವಾನಲಿಡಲೋಕ ತ್ರಾಣಾಯ ಕಾರುಣ್ಯ ಗಣ ಗಣ ತ್ವಾಂ. ಸಂಸಾರದ ವಾನಲಿಡಲೋಕ प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणनवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्द. महाप्रभु कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्रमाद्यान् मनसोरसेना. रोमाञ्चकम्पा श्रुतरङ्गबाजो वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्द. श्री विग्रहाराधन नित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमाजनादो. युक्तश्च भक्ताञ्च नियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्द. चतुर्विधा श्री भगवत्प्रसादो साधन्न तृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्गान्. कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्द. श्री राधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्य लीला गुणरूप नाम्ना. प्रतीक्षणा स्वादनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्द. निकुञ्जयो नृतिकेलिसिद्ध्य यायालिवीर्योक्तिरपेक्षणीय. तत्र दिदाक्ष अतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम् साक्षाद्धरित्वेन समस्तशास्त्रैः उक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभोर्य प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम् यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादात् न गति कुतोऽपि ध्यायन्तु वंशस्य यशस्ति संज्ञां वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम् 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 जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद भक्ति जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमः नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Oh, this song is written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur only. So, for the pleasure of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and for Lordships, we are going to sing this song. Yashomati Nandana Vrajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana. Yashomati Nandana Vrajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana. Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara. Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara. Kaliya Damana Vidana. Kaliya Damana Vidana. Amala Harinama Meya Vilasa. Amala Harinama Meya Vilasa. Vipina Purandara Navina Nagara Vara. Vipina Purandara Navina Nagara Vara. Vamsivadana Suvasa. Vamsivadana Suvasa. Vrajajana Palana Surakula Nashana. Palana Surakula Nashana. Vrajajana Palana Surakula Nashana. नंद गोदनर कुवाला नंद गोदनर कुवाला गोविंद माधव नवनीत तस्कर गोविंद माधव नवनीत तस्कर सुंदर नंद गोपाल सुंदर नंद गोपाल यमुना तटचर गोपी वचन हरा यमुना तटचर गोपी वचन हरा रस रसिक कृपमया रस रसिक कृपमया श्रीराधा वल्लभ वृंदावन नटवरन श्रीराधा वल्लभ वृंदावन नटवरन भक्ति विनोदाश्रय भक्ति विनोदाश्रय यशोमति नंदन व्रज वर नागर गोकुल रंजन काना यशोमति नंदन व्रज वर नागर गोकुल रंजन काना हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Radha Madan Mohan Radhe जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ बालादेवा जय सुभद्रा जय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय जय जय विष्णु ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर जय आचार्य ठाकुर जय आचार्य ठाकुर आचार्य ठाकुर जय आचार्य ठाकुर जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लाददायिने हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः शीलटङ्कानकालय इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बाहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरे नाकम् अद्भुत शृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रयोजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतस्य डिवाइन रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवर जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की अंतकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, मायापुर नवदीप धाम की, गंगामय यमुनामय की, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की, युगधर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, शिला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, ताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories all goes to Shri Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada की. सर्वभक्त विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की. भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की. हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna. Now there will be Pushpanjali to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So all devotees will be given flowers. So at the end, devotees can offer at the end of 3 times offering the pranam mantras. Okay, now you can repeat after me. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parichana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Sag Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Bharsha Bhanavi Devi Daitaya Kritabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vignana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojjvala Premadhya Shri Rupanu Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Teenadarine Shri Rupanuga Viruddhapa Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambode Padam Bhujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Gauravirbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarvabhauma श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरस्वे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तितं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जयतां सुरतौ पंगुर मम मंद मतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्बोजौ राधा मदन मोहनौ दिव्याद्वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमदः श्रीमाद् रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद् राधा शील गोविंद देवो प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीर् गोपीनाथाय श्रेयस्तु नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते। Devotees can offer together all the three Pushpanjalis at the end. Can keep in your hand. Esha Pushpanjali. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya. Sachidananda Namine. Gaura Shakti Swarupaya. Rupanugavarayate. Esha Pushpanjali. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Esha Pushpanjali. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Samveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Hare Krishna. Devotees can come slowly and offer. Don't rush at once. First let the Prabhujis offer. Matajis can come later. Hare Krishna. మొదట ప్రభుజీస్ అందరినీ ఆఫర్ చేయనండి. మాతాజీస్ తర్వాత రావచ్చు. హరే కృష్ణ. నెమ్మదిగా ఒక్కొక్కరు వచ్చి ఆఫర్ చేయండి.
హరే కృష్ణ. హరే కృష్ణ. అందరికీ ఒక విన్నపం, చాలా ముఖ్యమైన గమనిక. ఇప్పుడు అందరి కోసం ఈరోజు భక్తి వినోద్ ఠాకూర్ యొక్క ఆవిర్భావ దినోత్సవం సందర్భంగా అందరి కోసం ప్రసాదం అరేంజ్ చేయబడింది. కింద సంస్కారాల్లో అందరు కిందికి వెళ్తే అందరికీ లంచ్ ప్రసాదం, ఫిష్ ప్రసాదం ఉంటుంది. కిందికి వెళ్ళి ప్రసాదం తీసుకోండి. హరే కృష్ణ. सबके लिए प्रसाद है, प्लेट लंच प्रसादम नीचे संस्कार हॉल में रहेगा, सब लोग जाके प्रसाद लेके जाइए. हरे कृष्णा. वी हैव अरेंज्ड lunch prasadam, fish prasadam for all the visitors. All of you can go down to Samskar hall and honor prasadam. अलग पता नहीं, సేమ్. హరే కృష్ణ. అందరూ కిందికి వెళ్ళి ఎలా వెళ్ళాలి అంటే అక్కడ గేట్ దగ్గర కిందికి వెళ్ళడానికి స్టెప్స్ ఉంటాయి సంస్కారాలకి. ఆ స్టెప్స్ ద్వారా కిందికి వెళ్ళండి, ప్రసాదం తీసుకోండి. హరే కృష్ణ.